All right, Shalom Yasharala. Before we get started, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha Kodash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone, the teaching rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. And we're back out, and we're back. So, Laki, we're back with another video, another lesson. The title of this one is Response, What is the Rapture? And this is going to be a response to the elder Menachzatba, RGMS South Carolina '08. He did a video yesterday titled "What is the Rapture? False Doctrines." Okay, and this is my response. Put my 2 cents into it. And really, the rapture is it is a false doctrine. All right, Christians believe that the rapture is gonna be like people gonna be disappearing. The believers in who the world calls ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, the believers will be snatched away while the rest are going to be here. I'm going through the tribulation, all right, which the Bible doesn't speak of that. But first, that's just to get, it says look it up. It says, I looked up what is the rapture. It says of the church. It says the word rapture does not occur in English translations of the Bible. The term comes from a Latin word meaning a carrying off, a transport, or snatching away. All right, and those be those who are transported or snatched away. They're gonna be beamed up into ships. All right, which are chariots, which are UFOs, what they call UFOs. Right. It says while the word rapture is not in the Bible, the concept of the carrying off is clearly taught in the scriptures. All right, and that carrying off is like I said, they're gonna be the elect. All right, which that's the only one's gonna be delivered. The elect of who? The nation of Israel. They're gonna be all Israelites, right? The carrying off is clearly taught in the scriptures. It says the rapture of the church is the event in which the God, I read it verbatim, snatches away all believers from the earth in order to make way for his righteous judgment to be poured out on the earth. The rapture is described primarily in 1 Thessalonians 4:13 through 18, and 1 Corinthians 15, 50 through 54. It says God will resurrect all believers who have died, give them glorified bodies, and take them from the earth, along with all living believers who will also be given glorified bodies at the time. All right, but let's actually start. Okay, show you who's going to be delivered. Let's get Isaiah first. Isaiah 45. Isaiah 45, and I'm going to start at verse 4. It says, for Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect, have I even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. All right, the elect, which is Israel, the Israelites. Okay, that's the only ones going to be delivered. Jump down to verse 17. It says, but Israel, right? It says, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not know, so like it says, ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded. World, world, world without end. See, so that's who's going to be saved. So let's get Matthew. All right, Matthew 24, start at verse 29, and it reads the title is the glorious return. It says, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. We read who the elect were, is the Israelites. That's the only ones going to be delivered. The only ones going to be receive salvation, not all believers. Okay, the Bible doesn't speak on all believers who believe in who the world calls Jesus Christ. Okay, only the elect that of the nation of Israel will be saved. See, so going back, reading again, it says the rapture of the church is the event in which God snatches away all believers. All right, we proved that. Okay, that only the true believers are the Israelites. Okay, from the earth in order to make way for his righteous judgment to be poured out on the earth. The rapture is described primarily in 1 Thessalonians 4:13 through 18 and 1 Corinthians 15:50 through 54. It says God will resurrect all believers who have died, give them glorified bodies, and take them from the earth, along with all living believers who will also be given glorified bodies at that time. All right, and they got it. They got the scripture. Okay, it says the rapture will involve an instantaneous transformation of our bodies to fit us for eternity. We know that when they say Christ, his name is Yahushua, appears, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. It says the doctrine of the rapture was not taught in the Old Testament, which is why Paul calls it a mystery. It's called a mystery because not everybody can, not everybody knows about, the chariots and being beamed up, because that's what's returning when. Let's get that actually. Okay, let's get Revelation 1:7. It says, "Behold, he cometh with clouds." Okay, these clouds are chariots. They're chariots of the Lord. Okay, what people call today UFOs, UAPs. And every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, Amen. Okay, so that's everybody's gonna see the glorious return of Yahushua. All right, and the only ones who are gonna receive salvation are the Israelites. And we read it to you. Matter of fact, let's read. I think it's 43 or 42. No. Um, I think that was. I read 44. Isaiah 44:1 says, "Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, that's his name, that made thee and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou Jeshurun, which is another name for Israel, whom I have chosen." Okay, so only one's gonna the chosen, all right. The Lord's chosen is Israel, but the elect of Israel is going to be saved. Okay, and let's read 1 Thessalonians 4. Those who died in Yahushua, it says, but I will have you not, Salakia, but I would not have you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning them which are asleep, that ye sorrow not, even as others which have no hope. It says, for if we believe that Yahushua died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Yahushua will bring, Salakia, will the Most High bring with him. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. Yeah, because it's going to be let's get Matthew 16. Matthew 16:28. Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. This is the mystery. All right. Well, it's a part of the mystery. Okay. You're gonna have those who are born today, because this was back then. This was when Yahweh Shah was on the scene, and they all died back then. All right. So there has to be another time where they're born. All right, which is now. All right, the prophets coming back. The prophets are old. The apostles, teachers, okay, believers, you know, they're gonna be born now. They're not gonna ever die. You know, Lord willing, we have that number. Okay, so going back to 1 Thessalonians 15 again, for this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. And this is Paul speaking. Okay, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Yahushua shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, the chariots, to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. So those who are dead, all right, it's gonna be because you're gonna have a lot of those who died doing the work, and then we're gonna have those who died during Jacob's trouble, brothers and sisters being martyred, right? They're gonna be raised up first. Then those who were, who didn't receive that judgment, they're gonna be caught up with Yahushua, and the rest, in the clouds and the chariots, man. Okay, this isn't talking about all believers, right? Let's get 1 Corinthians 50. Then they're gonna be changed to they're gonna have new bodies. The mystery of resurrection. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery, right? Let's get the word mystery. Let me check something. All right. Let's get this word mystery. Excuse me. Mysterion. It says hiding things, secret, mystery. Generally, mysteries, religious secrets, confide only to the initiated and not to ordinary mortals. You see, initiated are who? All right, the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay, this definition right here says of the Most High, the secret counsels which govern God in dealing with the righteous, which are hidden from ungodly and wicked men, but plain to the godly. So this is plain to the godly, man. All right, plain to those who have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. All right, not everybody's gonna get this. So all believers don't understand the mystery of, you know, reincarnation and, chariots and, a lot of other things, man. Okay, they don't understand that. They don't have the mystery. So going back, 1 Corinthians 15 and verse 51. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep. We shall not all die, right? But we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. See? And this is when we get the new bodies will be changed, all right, into something different, into eternal beings, all right, extraterrestrials is what it's called, okay. So those who are remaining alive and those who are dead are going to be beamed up of the elect of the nation of Israel only, because only Israelites, we just read in Isaiah 45, all right, only Israelites will be saved, man. Not all those who believe in God and Jesus Christ, man. No, that's not how that works. Okay. So going back, it says, let's see. It says whether there is a distinction between the rapture and the second coming is a matter of much debate. Some Christians believe that the rapture is to be distinguished from the second coming of Yahushua HaMashiach, what it calls Jesus Christ. At the rapture, the Lord comes in the clouds to meet us in the air. At the second coming, the Lord descends all the way to earth to stand on the Mount of Olives, resulting in a great earthquake, followed by the Most High's followed by a defeat of the Most High's enemies. Right? And let's get Revelation 11, because it's talking about a great earthquake, right? Revelation 11 and 11, it says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life, right, from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. All right, at 3 days and a half is 350 years. All right, and now we're standing upon our feet. The spirit of the Most High has been put on, his people. We're waking up. Verse 12, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. Verse 13, in the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the tenth part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted, and gave glory to the Most High of heaven. You see that? And the great earthquake is caused by those nuclear missiles hitting America, Babylon the Great. It says in Isaiah that the earth is going to reel to and fro like a drunkard. Isaiah 24 and 20, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. See, because of the destruction is going to come. Let's get Isaiah 26 and 20. It says, come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee, hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpast. For behold, the Lord Yahweh, all right, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. All right, so that's the destruction that's gonna come. You see, so that's why in Revelation 11 it says, in the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the tenth part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. Those who are not beamed up into a chariot, those who are not received salvation, they're gonna be left behind. Even 2/3 of our people. Zechariah 13 and 8, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord Yahweh, two parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. This is the 2/3 of the nation of Israel. Two out of uh, 2 out of 3 people are gonna, all right, are gonna be destroyed. Okay, there's gonna be 1/3, and 1/3 is gonna be delivered. You see, so let's get to show you that destruction of Revelation 16. And let me see. Let's do 6. Um, Matter of fact, let's do it like this. Type in great earthquake. Yeah. Revelation 6 and verse 12, and it says, and I beheld when he opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. This is because of the nuclear destruction. All right. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. Why do you think these building bunkers, right? And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath, right, of the Lamb, who is Yahweh Shai, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? You see, so this is why the elect, the elect are gonna get beamed up into those chariots, man. All right, and there's no rapture because they also believe. Let's read this, Revelation 3 and 10. They also believe that those who get delivered, those who don't get delivered, left behind, they're gonna go through that tribulation. But Revelation 3 and 10 reads, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So everybody's gonna be tried. Okay? The whole world. Not now, you're not gonna have no special pass from the Lord. No. You're gonna be tried as well, man. Our faith is gonna be tested. You see? Let's read this in NLT version. And it reads, because you have obeyed my command to persevere, I will protect you from the great time of testing, that will come upon the whole world to test those who belong to this world. You see that? So that great time of testing is coming to try everybody. And that's going to be the mark of the beast. You see? And if you get Matthew, back in Matthew 24, it says, in 26, wherefore, if they shall say unto you, behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. For as the lightning cometh out of the east and shineth unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Which means what? Everybody's gonna see him. So it's not gonna be no secret, return. He's in the wilderness, or he's in the forest. You're not gonna have no, people. We believe that they're gonna try to use the Project Bluebeam. They may use it, but they may not. But it's a they could, to fake the return of the Messiah. you know. But we know that when the Lord comes, he's going to come back with chariots and angels, you know, and that glorious return. Okay? Let's read Mark 13. But in those days, after that tribulation, Jacob's trouble, the sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars of heaven shall fall, and the powers that are in heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man come in the clouds with great power and glory. And then shall he send his angels, and shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the uttermost part of the earth to the uttermost part of heaven. You see? And that elect are who? The Israelites. Okay? That's the only ones who are going to be delivered. That's the only ones who are going to be saved. Everybody else is not going to make it. Because if you're left behind, Matthew 24 and 40, then shall be two in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken and the other left. All right? If you left behind, you're going to be destroyed. There will be no 7-year tribulation. There will be no second chances. The Lord is going to come back one time. Okay? And that's it. You know? So, if you don't make it on the first go around, hey, you'll come back in the kingdom, and Lord willing, we make it on that first go around, man. That's what we want. We want to be delivered. We want to be saved from the destruction of this place, you know? But yeah, if you don't make it on that first go around, man, hey, you're going to be destroyed in that fire, man, which the Lord is going to bring. So, I just want to, give my response to that. All right. You can go watch the eldest video. I'll put the link in the description. Lord willing, I remember. But Lord willing, this was edifying. We'll give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Lord's will you was edified. To the next video, we want to say, Shalom.